Hello, brave individuals who are choosing to do the thing that is going to be worth more credit. Um, this is not necessarily going to be as complicated as it looks. I know the interface on the Flappy Birds versus the interface on this looks so much more complicated. This can do so much more. But my assignment for you is not all the things it can do, it's to put your initials. Uh, Now, they need to be legible, realistic. The two initials, first name, last name, need to be the same height. So let me just kind of walk you through really simply how to draw a straight line. So this is working on a when started criteria. So with all programming, whether it's text based or this scratch, drag and drop icon thing, when something happens, something else happens. In some cases, you'll set conditions for like until this other thing happens. So that's kind of how we're operating here. So I want this to, I'm not actually going to use drive forward because if I just tell it to drive forward, that's not actually good enough information because it's not going to have an end. So when it starts, I would like to drive forward. I'll do 200 millimeters so that I can establish a distance. So 200 millimeters, and I'm just going to have that happen and it'll just stop. So actually, to make sure it stops, I'll put stop driving. So let me bring up the playground, which is just going to show you the robot, and you can rearrange these as you need to. This is the standard view, and actually it's probably the better view if you're trying to spell something. There's a view that like you kind of look at it like you're on, like you're like standing next to it. It's just hard to read. So if I hit play, which is right here, it'll just drive forward. So 200 millimeters moves you one block. So if you think about this like in math class with graphing paper, if you're trying to graph your name, then you know how many blocks. You can kind of count the blocks, do it up as a grid. If I want to go back to programming, I don't have to close this. I can just go over here and click. So let's say after that point, I want to start drawing my line. So like I said, you're not using everything in this. So I'm going to go look for the marker. There's like distances and stuff you can bump into that has to do with program flow, but we're not doing that. Hold on. Variables, operator, sensor, looks. Here we go. Move robot pen. You can also change the pen color. So if I say move robot pen down, if you do go into the 3D view, there's like this pen that the marker has, or that the robot has. So it's like up here by default. When you tell it to go down, it just touches the paper. So if I have it drive forward, stop driving, actually I can get rid of that because I want this to keep going. So it's going to drive forward for one block, then it's going to put the pen down, and then I'm scrolling up. I'm going to have it move forward for 2 blocks, and then I can actually just have it turn. I like to use turn right for 90 degrees. You can use the headings, but you'll have to figure that one out on your own. So I'm going to have it turn right 90 degrees, which is in relation to the way the robot's facing. And then I'm going to have it drive forward another 200 millimeters. The pen is still down, and you have to think about that because when you do the second letter, you have to bring the pen up, go to your second letter, and then put the pen back down. So reset this, play it again, it should go forward, put the pen down, start to draw, turn 90 degrees, draw the pen, or draw. So that's the real basic intro for this. When you submit this, just do like a screen picture of the code as much as you can have visible, and then your initials. So they should be your initials, obviously. If your name has like a curved letter, like an S, you can do it like a block letter. And I'll post a link to the video that I did for something. I did LHS Technology or LHS Tech, I think. I'll put a link to that so you can see kind of how mine did the curvier letters like S. But I think with that, let me know if you have any questions. Again, if you do this, you get your initials down, you can get 150 on this, which is kind of insane for extra credit, but the expectation for this is significantly higher than the other one, so I think you deserve it. And it will take people longer to do. So try it. Let me know what you think. And you just submit this to the same assignment, to this assignment. This is just one of the options. All right. Let me know if you have any questions. Stop recording.